Lee's Boxing Truth. So you have Meek Mill versus the Russell brothers. Mostly Gary Russell. Seemed like at the fight, Gary Russell went to the fight just to pretty much hate on Gervonta Davis. Now, Gary Russell has been known to do some disrespectful stuff. Little history on Gary Russell. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen Gary Russell do is go to Leo Santa Cruz's dad and put his arm around him. Kind of like, look, I got your dad. You know, fight me. This ain't WWE. This ain't none of that stuff. Most boxers come from, you know, a certain type of background where violence is the answer to solving problems. So, yeah, Leo Santa Cruz seems laid back and chill, but when it comes to his dad or his family, I believe that, you know, that's definitely the button you shouldn't push. So with that being said, Gary Russell was saying what he was saying, and Meek Mill felt like, you know, Gervonta Davis is going to knock this guy out. In which he was. He did. And there's nothing wrong with Meek Mill rooting on his fighter. I don't know what was said or the disrespect, but I'm glad Wallow got in there and jumped in and intervened. And some people probably think that, well, he shouldn't have even did that. That probably made the situation worse. No, I think Wallow seen what was going on, and before it can escalate, Wallow calmed the situation down. Now, hopefully out of this whole situation, maybe Gary Russell and the Russell brothers can get some time on $1 million worth of game. And maybe they can get, you know, some exposure, and maybe they can get that fight. But Gervonta Tank Davis is not the next fight they're going to get. Gary Russell Jr. to me doesn't even deserve that fight. Maybe he should be fighting a Chris Colbert, maybe even a Frank Martin, maybe even a Isaac Cruz. To me, that would be a good fight. Gary Russell Jr. versus Isaac Cruz. Do something that Tank couldn't do, like dominate them all 12 rounds. Make it look easy. Then people will more than likely ask for that fight. But you can't get the fight by sitting up here threatening Meek Mills. That's not going to get you the fight. You know? Can't be fighting rappers and stuff. We want you fighting some real competition. And that real competition is like Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who's proven. Chris Colbert is a good name. You got Frank Martin. You got some people out there, Gary Russell. And the Isaac Cruz fight, I believe, can happen. The Frank Martin fight can happen. So you have options. You don't have to fight Meek Mill, okay? Leave Meek Mill alone. I know he weighs more than you, but he's a rapper. He is not a boxer. Stick with fighting boxers. And then maybe you might, you know, you might get a shot at Gervonta, or you might be able to be on the undercard. But Meek Mill, stay away. You did the right thing by getting out of that arena. You did the right thing. I don't know if your boys is trying to pump you up, you know, oh, we ain't going nowhere, or try to apply pressure. But if they would have tried to get physical and throw some hands, they would show you the difference between a normal person and a boxer. Your friend would have came, I don't care how much he weighed, he would have came back lumped up. real quick. He wouldn't even respond. He'd probably get one hit in. He wouldn't even get one hit in. He'd swing, and then it'll be over. Eyes be closed up and dotted out and everything. Better leave these boxes alone. I don't care how small you think they are. But it was a good entertainment. They actually stopped the fight for this. So, with that being said, Meek Mills, do not, I repeat, do not get into it with another boxer. Don't start going to boxing matches and making this your highlight of going to a boxing match, getting into an argument with these boxers. Just leave it alone. Let it. Maybe you should stay home a couple of pay-per-views. But I know it's all fun and everything, so I'm glad nobody got hurt. Lee's Boxing Truth. Like, comment, subscribe.